Are you tired of renting a home and watching your monthly payment go down the drain? Is it time to see if you can buy a home and reap the benefits of home ownership? Well, today I'm going to go over the 11 steps in the home buying process right now. Step 1, take a close look at your finances. So take a good look at your finances, your income, and your regular debt, because lenders are going to want to know that you can afford to make the monthly payment for the house. Do you get a W-2 each year from your employer? Do you get a year-end bonus? Or are you getting a 1099 at the end of the year and your income varies month to month? A lot of salespeople have that. Are you still paying off student loans? Are you making car payments? Are you receiving disability payments, or are you receiving child support payments? Lenders will want to know about all sources of your income and debts and how regular they are. They will also want to know if your net income will be the same a year from now. Step 2, do a rough estimate of your debt to income ratio and get your current credit score. Now, all home loans are based upon your debt to income ratio, which is also called DTI, and your credit score. Your DTI tells the lender if you can afford your monthly payment now, while your credit score tells the lender how reliable you have been in the past in making your monthly payments. Now, there are many different types of mortgage loans, and they all have certain minimums as far as DTI and credit scores. Your lender will calculate the exact DTI, but you can get a rough idea by adding up all of your monthly debt, like credit card payments, car debt, student loans, etc., and then you divide that by your monthly pre-tax income. That's pre-tax income. The lender is looking for your total monthly expenses to not exceed 28% of your pre-tax income. And when you add in the mortgage payment that you're applying for, that total should not exceed 36%. Here's a simple example. If you made $5,000 a month and only had $500 in monthly debt, that would leave you with about $4,500 to use to calculate your 36% maximum. In this case, that would be $1,620. Your lender would then tell you that you could qualify for a mortgage payment of $1,620 a month. Depending upon the type of loan you're getting, your down payment, and the current interest rates, your lender then can tell you how expensive of a house you can buy. You can get your credit score from any of the major credit bureaus such as Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Most mortgages require a credit score of 600 and above. The better the credit score, the better the loan you can get. There are some loans out there you can get with a credit score below 600, but your lender would have to advise you on that point. By the way, there's a new FHA program which only requires a 580 credit score, which leads to step 3, find a good lender. If you're already talking to a realtor, you can ask that person who they recommend. While most lenders can do any kind of loan, it's sometimes preferable to work with one who does a large amount of the type of loan that you want to get. For example, some lenders do a ton of first-time homebuyer loans, and they're up on all the latest programs out there. And these programs change from month to month, and each have particular requirements. Some lenders do a lot of VA loans, and they are up on the additional requirements needed for those loans. One note of caution, beware of the ICanGetAnyoneALoan.com type lenders. These lenders are usually out of state and may or may not come through for you as you get closer to closing on your house. Step 4, work with that lender to get pre-approved. Pre-approval can be done pretty fast based upon the information that you give the lender, and then final approval will be done after you go under contract on a house. The financial deadline is usually 3 weeks after going under contract. That's when you get final approval, and that's assuming a total escrow period of 4 weeks. But be sure to tell your loan officer everything about your financial condition. Don't hide anything, because it may come back to bite you in 3 weeks when the underwriter starts asking the hard questions before giving final approval. The better the loan officer, the fewer questions, called conditions, that will come back from the underwriter. A really good loan officer will discuss with the underwriter now any issues the loan officer has questions about, such as the type of income that you're getting and partial payments and things like that. And that should take place early in the process. It is critical to get a pre-approval letter from your lender before seriously looking for a house. The first reason is you really don't know for sure how expensive of a house you can qualify for. And the second is you really can't make an offer without a pre-approval letter. Or if you're paying cash, you'll need to have some kind of proof of funds. Step 5, getting the right realtor. There are many realtors out there with experience from 1 week to 20 plus years. So ask your friends or your lender for recommendations. A good realtor will make sure to show you homes slightly above your target area, just in case prices drop while you're looking for a house. In my opinion, I would rather have a detailed-oriented realtor than a slap-on-the-back good old buddy. The details of the transaction are what's going to protect you long term. Step 6, begin shopping for your house. I like to set up a daily hot sheet of active homes from the MLS for my buyers. Even if it's not exactly what they want, they can see what's out there that may be close to what they want. For example, I've had buyers who tell me that they only want to buy a 2-story because they really like the open feel, but then after spending a few hours trudging up and down stairs while looking at homes, they had me change the focus to ramblers only. It's important to realize that you won't get exactly what you want in a house. Some things can be added later. If you don't like the color of the cabinets, you can change that later. So you're looking at the basic footprint of the house, how it feels, and then the little things you can add later. Step 6, making an offer. In normal markets, you can usually go back and forth with a seller to come to agreement on price. In a seller's market, however, you may have multiple offers on that house and need to come in with your best offer right off the bat. For example, in 2020, up to the summer of 2022, we saw a hot seller's market and multiple offers were standard. Since then, however, we've had more of a normal market where you can try to get the best price and go back and forth a bit with the sellers. Step 8, offer accepted. In this step, your offer was accepted by the seller. This is when your lender puts all the paperwork together and sends it to the underwriter for final approval. During this time, do not do anything to change your financial status unless you talk to your lender. By paying off some debt, applying for a line of credit at the furniture store, and many other things, you can change your total financial picture and disqualify yourself to buy the house. Step 9, home inspection. Always, always, always get a professional home inspection. These usually run about $400 to $500, but they can be upgraded to include radon testing, meth testing, and mold testing. When you get the home inspection report, don't fret over the little stuff that you can repair on your own at a later time. Remember, the home is probably a used house, not a brand new home. However, the big things are very important. For example, roof damage, water leaks, mold, broken windows, broken furnaces, foundation cracks, bad siding, large cracks in the stucco, etc. Your realtor can help you address those items during your due diligence period. Now, don't panic when a home inspector says an appliance is nearing the end of its life. That's normal. As long as the appliance is working when you close, you'll probably have a home warranty of some type that'll cover you, if the appliance breaks down later. In fact, most sellers will not buy you a brand new appliance if it's currently working. Step 10, the appraisal. Most lenders will order the appraisal once you are happy with the home inspection, because there's no sense in paying for an appraisal if you're going to cancel the contract because the roof is bad. Generally, FHA and VA appraisers are more picky about the condition than a conventional loan appraiser. So if you're buying a fixer-upper, you will most likely want a conventional loan. Completed appraisals will come in at value, which is the purchase price. It'll come in low or it'll come in high. If the appraisal comes in low, then you can negotiate with the seller to lower the price, or you could come up with a difference out of pocket. Step 11, closing on the house. Congratulations, the house is almost yours. The closing steps are that the final paperwork will be sent to the title company and your lender. You will then give final approval for the title company to close, and then you will go to the title company to sign the paperwork. Once you sign the paperwork, title will send it to the lender to have funds wired to the title company. Once the funds arrive, the title company will record the sale and change the ownership from the seller to the buyer. Be sure to call the utility companies involved when you sign at closing to put the utilities in your name for the next day. Now, usually if you close before 3:30 p.m., say on a Thursday, the house would officially be yours the next day by 5 p.m. on Friday. If, however, you sign the paperwork on a Friday, you usually won't fund and record until Monday, or if it's a holiday, the day after. At closing, you should have picked your home warranty company and have the title company pay them to start your service. By the way, that company will usually come out and change the lock for a small service fee, but check on that when you pick your home warranty company. So congratulations, the house is yours and now you can make it your own. Be sure to watch my video on home buyer mistakes and buying a home jointly with your parents if that's applicable. And call me anytime if I can help you. Thanks, see ya.